Greeting of this lovely evening to everyone. I'm Arpita Nagpure, today's moderator. It is my honor to welcome you all on behalf of Anon Global Foundation for the concluding session for our 3 weeks internship program. I'm certain that all the interns must have contributed their best and would have put active efforts to go that extra mile in these 3 weeks. I would now like to introduce the jury member for this session. Dr. Renu Kishore, ma'am has a teaching experience of over 4 decades as professor in psychology at University of Delhi. Her area of specialization have been counseling psychology. Over the years, she has been academically active and is a member of major academic organizations such as National Academy of Psychology and Indian Association of Family Therapy. She has authored chapters and modules on counseling and has carried out an Indian adaptation of the textbook, Counseling, a Comprehensive Profession, by S.T. Glading, published by Pearson India. Dr. Kishore has set up psychological counseling centers in different organizations, including her own college. It is an honor to also introduce Ms. Sanam Edwards. Ma'am is a teacher in DPS International, Gurgaon. She enjoys building the student's voice and choice within the classroom environment and tech tools in her website, reviewmirror.in. She frequently has her articles published in online websites and publication and enjoys speaking to motivate and propel change in the education sector. Before we proceed further, I would like to thank both our jury members for sparing their precious time for guiding your young leaders. I will now introduce our team. We have team with us who will showcase their research on the team build the back better. Their mentor is Mr. Siddhant Pradhan, and the team are Astha Singh from Gujarat, Shikha Tripathi from Uttar Pradesh, Nirmal Shah from Gujarat, Kusha Varun from Uttar Pradesh. Now I request the team to please come forward and show us a good time.
Thank you so much for providing such an introductory part, and would request the team to please proceed and we'll be ready with the slides on. Great. So now the ball is in your court, guys. Best of luck, and you may start. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. First of all, a very good evening to one and all present here. I would like to begin by thanking Anon Global Foundation for this great opportunity and fabulous learning experience in last 3 weeks. I would also like to thank Siddhant sir for his support. I'm Nirmal Shah and my teammates are Kusha Varun, Astha Singh and Shikha Tripathi. As the name suggests, our topic is Build Back Better. Being a part of this project has been greatly insightful for me. I have learned a lot about how the failure and disaster affect us and how we react to them and plan to overcome them even better than before. Now, I would like to hand the mic to my teammates and we'll be starting with the presentation soon.
Thank you, Nirmal. So here we go. Hi, Kusha. How are you?
Hi, Astha. Yeah, I'm not feeling good today. You know, I tried to bake a cake yesterday. It was tasteless and got burnt again. I think I should stop cooking. I'm really bad at cooking.
No, Kusha, you should not lose. Instead, you should try again and build back better this time.
Build back batter? Oh, you mean I should build the batter of my cake at my backyard?
No, Kusha, you got it wrong. Build back better is strategy which is helpful in a failure phase to rebuild oneself back even better than before to achieve a success. Rather than letting any failure overcome them, they find a way to rise from the ashes.
Yeah, if you insist, I'll try once more. But what if I repeat the same mistake again?
Okay, look, Kusha, you should have a positive approach and never lose hope. You may have heard that slogan from Upanishad, Uttishtha, Jagrita, Prapya, Varanabodhit. It means get up, wake up, and do not stop until you achieve your goal. If you really want to bake a perfect and delicious cake, you should not give up until you achieve your goal.
But Astha, before achieving my goal, I want to conquer my challenges. So how do I conquer my challenges?
अच्छा, ये तो सुना ही होगा ना तुमने, आपदा को अवसर में कैसे बदले. So conquer challenges. Let's divide the strategies into 6 parts. which will help you to overcome from the situation strongly.
Wait, Asta, मैं भी तुम्हारी help करती to answer this question of Kusha.
Okay, so let's proceed. The first one is it really a challenge? You know, a challenge is an opportunity for a success and growth. But always remember, the key difference between challenge and problem is that challenge is demanding task, whereas problem is something we have to deal with. So how you determine and take things as a challenge or a problem, it's completely up to you. Let's understand by an example. A boxer asking another boxer to take part in a boxing match. So it is a challenge, not a problem. Therefore, you have to ask yourself whether it is a challenge or a problem.
And after that, define the problem. If we realize that there is a problem, that we should have to define it. Doctors की माने तो accurate diagnosis ही आधा इलाज हो जाता है. तो यहाँ से हमें पता चलता है कि हमारा एक्चुअल सॉल्यूशन क्या हो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आप अपनी ऑफिस में काफी टाइम से एक ही पोजीशन पर काम कर रहे हो, बट आपके कलीग्स प्रमोट हो रहे हैं. सो दैट्स द प्रॉब्लम यू नीड टू सॉल्व. द प्रॉब्लम इज यू आर गेटिंग प्रमोटेड. बट इफ वी डिग वी फाइंड दैट इट्स नॉट ओनली अबाउट द प्रमोशन. आपके कलीग प्रमोट हो रहे हैं, दैट्स व्हाई यू आल्सो वांट टू बी प्रमोटेड. सो देयर आर टू डिफरेंट प्रॉब्लम्स. And we need to understand that both the problems have the completely different solutions.
Right, Shikha. Then the third is break the adversity. There is one old saying, and I know everyone over here has heard about it. A journey of 1,000 miles starts from a single step. Adversity is inevitable, but difficult as problem do not stop you from achieving your intended goals and finding happiness. So let's understand by an example. You all have well known Arunima Sinha. She lost her left leg after a train accident and she climbed Mount Everest. So you have to break down the adversity and make it as an opportunity. It's definitely to work it.
After that, define all the possible solutions. Kusha, मैं तुमसे एक सवाल पूछती हूँ. You know, India is a country of emerging youth where more than 50% of the generation हर रोज सिगरेट पीते हैं. So it is a problem. तो अकॉर्डिंग टू यू कुशा, इसका क्या सोल्यूशन हो सकता है?
हाँ शिखा, ये आजकल हमारी सोसाइटी के लिए बहुत बड़ा कंसर्न है और मेरे हिसाब से इसके कुछ सॉल्यूशंस हैं, जैसे च्युइंग गम्स, निकोटिन गम्स एंड रिहैब एंड कंसल्टेंसी एटसेट्रा.
एकदम सही कुशा. लाइफ में भी मल्टीपल प्रॉब्लम होते हैं, बट उसके साथ साथ उसके बहुत सारे सॉल्यूशन भी मिलते हैं हमें.
Okay. And the next is choose the best solution. Choosing the best solution for a problem is really tough. Now the question arises, how will you choose a solution? Look at whatever each possible solution may desire your requirements or not. You have to check whether it's already done or not or required.
After that, own your problem. कुशा, तुम्हें लगता है कि इस लॉकडाउन में तुमने काफी वेट गेन कर लिया है?
हाँ शिखा, पता है क्या हुआ, लॉकडाउन में ना मम्मी ने काफी ऑयली स्टफ बनाना स्टार्ट कर दिया, न्यू रेसिपी स्टार्ट की, और फिर मैं बोल भी नहीं पाई उनको मेरे को डाइटिंग करनी है, और नहीं तो फिर उनको बुरा लगता कि मैं नहीं खा रही.
That's the point. You are not admitting that तुमने एक्सरसाइज नहीं किया. You're just blaming your mom कि उन्होंने बहुत खिला दिया. See, the problem is we always look for someone else to blame, and passing the blame on is just समय की बर्बादी. क्योंकि प्रॉब्लम हमारी है तो ये हमारा कर्तव्य बनता है ना कि उस प्रॉब्लम की जिम्मेदारी भी हम खुद लें.
Right.
Moreover, Kusha, there is a principle named IDEA principle, which was given by Alex Osborne. IDEA model simplifies the previous 6 parts in a simplest way. I stands for identity. Identify the problem, what the actual problem is. Second, develop. Then develop the solution after identifying. Third, execute. After developing, execute the solution. And the last, assess. Analyze the progress.
After understanding so much, I want to share about my challenges, which you, and many of us would have faced in the past. From where does the challenge begin? But Astha, you need to understand that challenging situations can begin from anything. For instance, loss, failure, setback, etc. Let me explain you this with an activity. Let's consider these books as loss, failure, setbacks. अगर मैं इन बुक्स को अपने ये बुक्स अगर मेरे ऊपर आएंगी तो you can see they fell off, and as you can see I wasn't able to balance, and मैं challenges की शुरुआत में ही ज्यादा गिर गई और ज्यादा लो हो गई. तो मैं कैसे अपने आप को बेटर बनाऊंगी? द आउटकम विल बी बेटर नॉट बेटर. It will be adverse, not diverse. And also, in our college, a survey was conducted, and being in the same college, you all would agree with me that many individuals aging from 15 to 50 participated in the survey, and majority audience were aging from 21 to 30, and the total responses were 406, that is 400 plus. So the ratio was 50% male and 50% female, and most of them were students. Let's see the first question. What is their first response towards challenges, or what defined themselves in the stage of adversity, and many more. And the results were a bit shocking. जब एक person challenges को face करता है, that moment they come in such a phase where they have to decide कि उनको क्या opt करना है. That's why this question is pretty important to understand the mindset of the audience. And पता है शिखा, majority of adolescents aging from 13 to 18 says that they accept failure whenever these kind of scenarios popped up. So just understand, our teenagers are not ready to cope up with such kind of challenges. Adversity of challenging phase में भी लोगों का mindset पता चलता है, what they consider themselves, learner, victim और warrior. इस केस में तुम सब फिर से देख सकते हो कि 13% लोग अपने आप को victim consider कर रहे हैं.
लेकिन कुशा, among 400 plus responders, 49%, मतलब majority लोग अपने mental health को भी तो priority देते हैं. In which age group between 18 to 23, that means adults, maintain their mental stability when they face any type of challenge. That means they know that किसी चीज को लेकर बैठे रहने से कुछ नहीं होगा. You have to move on. और किसी ने सही कहा है कि जिंदगी आगे बढ़ने का नाम है, पीछे मुड़कर देखने का नहीं. इसीलिए जो हुआ उसे पीछे छोड़ो और आगे बढ़ो.
But still शिखा, 13% लोग अपने आप को victim consider करते हैं when they get into a challenging phase.
Yet, Kusha, but 49% count themselves as a learner and 28% count themselves as a warrior. It's totally up to us what we want to opt and where we want to proceed.
That's pretty justifiable, Asta and Shika. Though, do you remember, Nirmal, that we had attended a webinar where an instructor was talking about scopes of failure?
Yeah, I remember that. He just talked about some scopes of failures, and the first he discussed was habits. Your daily habits define who you are and what you do. In the words of Winston Churchill, success is not final and failure is not fatal. It is just the courage to continue that counts. There were some habits leading to failure, which he mentioned, that failing to plan, the fear to even try, giving up too soon, making excuses, etc. And he also last concluded that अगर हम समय पर अपनी आदतों को नहीं बदलते तो बुरी आदतें हमारा समय बदल देती हैं.
And the second was emotional baggage. You have probably heard the term emotional baggage. It's sometimes used to describe the phenomenon of carrying past trauma or so-called negative experiences through life, relationships, or a career. Everyone carries unprocessed emotions from experiences to some degree. However, the emotions that aren't dealt with just don't go away. They can affect the way you think about yourself, how you react to stress, your physical well-being, your relationships with others. After all, emotional baggage gets its name from somewhere, right?
Right. And third he discussed was environment. Environment can be anything which exists around us and where we work. It ultimately affects what we carry out our work. He also said that we all are the average of 5 people around us. So the negative environment can turn out to be failure. But though, uh, while listening about the failure, I thought they were not a justified arguments.
आर्ग्यूमेंट मुझे स्टिल समझ नहीं आ रहा.
या ये तो एक टाइप का बहाना ही हो गया कि मेरा एनवायरनमेंट खराब था या मेरे हैबिट्स अच्छे नहीं थे, तो मैं मेरे फेलियर का ये रीजन था एंड सो ऑन.
स्टिल थोड़ा अनक्लियर है.
लेट मी एक्सप्लेन यू विथ एन इंस्पायरिंग स्टोरी ऑफ वॉरियर कर्ण. कर्ण के बारे में तो हम सब जानते हैं कि उनकी लाइफ चैलेंजेस से भरी हुई थी और उनके सामर्थ्य और उनकी दानवीरता की कहानी हम सब जानते हैं. वो उनके पास जब उनका कवच मांगा गया था तो निसंकोच उन्होंने दे दिया था. जब उनके रथ का पहिया जमीन में फंस गया था, तब जब उनकी मृत्यु निश्चित हो चुकी थी, तब उनके और श्री कृष्ण के बीच ये शानदार कन्वर्सेशन हुआ था, जिसको मैं फिर से दोहराने की कोशिश करना चाहता हूँ. मैं कर्ण को रिप्रेजेंट कर लूंगा, बट फॉर श्री कृष्णा को रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए आई वुड लाइक टू request our mentor, our Sarthi, our Sri Krishna, Siddhant sir. So I would request Siddhant sir to please play as Lord Krishna.
जरूर निर्मल, मैं आपका सारथी बनने के लिए जरूर तैयार हूँ.
हे माधवा, जन्म होते ही मेरी माँ ने मुझे त्याग दिया. क्या अवैध संतान होना मेरा दोष था? गुरु द्रोणाचार्य ने भी मुझे शिक्षा देने से मना कर दिया. क्या क्षत्रिय ना होना भी मेरी गलती थी? गुरु परशुराम ने मुझे शस्त्र विद्या नहीं सिखाई और जब उनको पता चला तब उन्होंने भी मुझे श्राप दिया कि जरूरत के समय में वो भूल जाऊंगा. तो क्या तभी भी क्षत्रिय ना होना मेरी गलती थी?
भ्राता, मेरा खुद का जन्म जेल में हुआ था. मेरी माँ, मेरे पिताजी, उनसे मैं अलग रहा था. मैं अपनी जीवन संगनी तक मेल नहीं मिला पाया था, और आप अपनी कठिनाइयों की बात कर रहे हैं. एक बात का स्मरण रहे करण, हर किसी को जिंदगी चुनौतियां देती है और जिंदगी किसी के साथ न्याय नहीं करती. भले ही आपके जीवन में वो सब कुछ ना मिला हो कर्ण, लेकिन महत्व यह है कि आपसे उस संकट का समय, उस परिस्थिति के समय आपने कैसे उसका सामना किया, वो महत्व देता है.
तो क्या मेरे मृत्यु के बाद मेरे सामर्थ्य को कोई याद नहीं रखेगा?
नहीं करण, नहीं भ्राता. अगर हम आपको ध्वस्त नहीं कर पाए और अगर हम ध्वस्त करने के लिए आपसे छल कर रहे हैं, इसका मतलब आप जीते हो, हम हारे हैं. आपको सदी में हमेशा याद रखा जाएगा सशस्त्र योद्धा की तरह, और आज इसी के साथ हम करण को एक सशस्त्र योद्धा की तरह याद रखते हैं.
और यही नहीं, कृष्ण जी की ये वाणी, जैसे उबलते पानी में कभी परछाई नहीं दिखती, ठीक उसी प्रकार परेशान मन से समाधान भी नहीं दिखते. यह वाणी भी इस चीज को सिद्ध करती है कि हर एक समस्या का समाधान है, बस उस पर गौर करने की जरूरत है, न कि हार मानने की.
बिल्कुल सही सिखा. लेकिन हमारी सवारी यही नहीं रुकती. एक जापानीज टेक्निक है किंजुगी. Kintsugi is the art of putting broken pottery pieces back with a gold, built on the idea that embracing of flaws and imperfection, you can create even stronger and more beautiful piece of art. Every break is unique. Instead of repairing an atom like new, the 4-year-old technique actually highlights the scars as a part of a design. Using this metaphor for healing ourselves teaches us important lesson that sometimes in the process of repairing things that have broke, we actually create something more unique, beautiful, and resilient.
Moreover, if we discuss the major strategies to bounce back, there are many strategies. We will have a look at some of them. The first is making a plan. The first step to overcome or complete any challenge is to come out with a new strategy or a new plan. While you don't know what is going to happen in the future, you can always have a plan ahead. For example, if the challenge is a time management, then you can learn or plan the calendar management.
And after that, you know that you're not alone.
No, Shikha, I am alone.
अच्छा कुशा, एक बात बताओ, तुम मूवी देखने जाती हो तो अकेले या किसी के साथ?
फ्रेंड्स के साथ.
अच्छा, और मेट्रो में जब ट्रेवल करती हो तो किसी के साथ या फिर?
बैचमेट्स के साथ.
ओके। और जब तुम कहीं घूमने जाती हो किसी हिल स्टेशन वगैरह पे, तो किसके साथ?
ऑफ कोर्स शिखा, फैमिली के साथ।
अच्छा। और जब तुम शादी फंक्शन में जाती हो तो किसके साथ?
कजिन्स के साथ।
So Kusha, in this whole scenario, where are you alone? See, there are your lovables, family, teachers, friends, and so on. So never think that you are alone.
Then after it comes ask for help. We often write and talk about the power of appreciation, and although you may have not considered it before, asking for help is always to show people that you trust their ideas, feel competent in their skills, and hereby in their advice. Asking help makes you strong.
Correct, Astha. The next is feel your feelings. We must take out some time to feel what we actually feel. By masking or hiding our feelings, they are not going to go away. They will become a trapped energy, and we can have a negative health consequences. तो अगर आप अपने फीलिंग्स किसी के साथ शेयर करते हो या किसी को बताते हो, तो क्या पता कोई नया सॉल्यूशन उसके सामने आ जाए.
Correct, Nirmal. After that, accept support. When you are accepting support from other, you are giving them person opportunity and you allow them to become more connected to you. It makes you feel prosperous and appreciated. Acha Khusha, we are into interval where you will be knowing build back better in a better way. अच्छा खुशा एक बात बताओ, तुम्हें याद है तुम्हारा रिलेशनशिप ब्रेकडाउन?
नो।
ओके। जहाँ पे तुम खुद डाउनहिल पे थी एंड यू बाय योरसेल्फ ओनली बिल्ड बैक बेटर बाय इम्प्लीमेंटिंग ऑल द स्ट्रेटजीज लाइक सपोर्टिंग, हेल्पिंग अदर्स फील फ्री. अभी भी अगर तुम्हें कुछ याद नहीं आ रहा है ना, सो लेट्स रिकॉल इट अगेन.
Nirmal, I have an idea. Don't you think we should plan a vacation?
Hmm.
Nirmal, I have an idea. Don't you think we should plan a vacation?
Hmm.
Yeah, I know this week has been jam packed for us, so a vacation would be a perfect mood freshener.
I don't think so.
What? Come on. We are so busy with our jobs and barely even spend time together.
I think we should break up.
But why?
Because it's better this way and I have to focus on my career too.
Are you serious?
Please, don't be upset. I just can't continue this anymore.
How was your day?
First, maybe.
What happened?
Nirmal just broke up with me.
Really?
I think there's something wrong with me only.
Don't blame yourself. Leave him. We'll go shopping.
Not in a mood. If you want, I can call you later.
Do one thing. Make an appointment with psychiatrist. Friend of mine, you will feel better.
We'll see. Still need some fresh air to forget everything.
Great then. She enjoys to go on walks and watch sunrise. I guess you should join her.
Okay, list some everyday things which make you happy.
There are many, like cooking, singing, gardening, etc.
There are plenty of things which can make you happy. I know it's tough to let go of something that you have loved, but to grow and become a better version of yourself, it's more important than holding on to something that hurts. Choose yourself. Be happy.
I have never felt so light and free until I realized that the only thing that is stopping me is me. Every day, you are being presented with two choices: evolve or repeat.
I believe Kusha, तुम्हें कुछ याद आ गया होगा that how you build back better yourself from that situation, right?
Thanks, Astha.
और सिर्फ इतनी ही स्ट्रेटजीज नहीं है कुशा, देयर आर फ्यू मोर, जस्ट एज हेल्प अदर्स.
नहीं, गलत है शिखा. कोई किसी की हेल्प नहीं करता.
अच्छा निर्मल, तुम बताओ, व्हेन कुशा आस्क फॉर असाइनमेंट तो तुम क्या करते हो?
असाइनमेंट है तो हेल्प कर सकते हैं, दे सकते हैं असाइनमेंट.
अच्छा, अब आस्था तुम बताओ कि जब कुशा तुमसे बोलती है कि यार घूमने जा रही हूँ, मम्मी का कॉल आएगा तो प्लीज संभाल लेना, तो तुम क्या करती हो?
संभाल लेते हैं आराम से.
तो कुशा, अब तुम्हें समझ आ गया होगा that helping others is much more important. So always there for other to offer you legal help.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the next strategy is think big. It is very easy to let yourself think small because of fear of failure or even fear of making a decision. But अगर आपको लाइफ में कुछ बड़ा करना है, कुछ एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी करना है, you have to open to take risks with whatever challenges may arise and dream big. That way you will achieve more that you couldn't have ever imagined.
Well said, Nirmal. Now, the next point is positive mindset. Okay. Positive thinking is a mental and emotional attitude that focus on a brighter side of the mindset. Having a positive mindset means making a positive thinking and habit continuously searching for a silver lining and making a best situation out of it. Also, it shows that how optimistic you are about the world around you and you accept only the good things around you.
The next comes don't give up. Usha, understand this with a beautiful poem जिसके रचयिता हैं परम आनंद जी. कोशिश कर हल निकलेगा, आज नहीं तो कल निकलेगा. अर्जुन का तीर सा सद मरुस्थल से भी जल निकलेगा. मेहनत कर, पौधों को पानी दे, बंजर जमीन से भी फल निकलेगा. ताकत जुटा, हिम्मत को आग दे, औलाद का भी बल निकलेगा. जिंदा रख दिल में उम्मीदों को, गरल समंदर से भी गंगा जल निकलेगा. कोशिशें जारी रख कुछ कर गुजरने की, जो आज है थमा थमा सा चल निकलेगा. So whatsoever you are facing, Gusha, you should have the attitude like you're not giving up. कुछ भी हो जाए.
Yeah, and the next was work smart, not hard. Generally, there are more than one ways to get something done. But however, there is only one way to do that work in one optimal or efficient way. Both hard work and smart work have their own results at the end. But how smart work differs from hard work is smart work is optimal and efficient from हार्ड वर्क. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जैसे नासा ने अपने एस्ट्रोनॉट्स के लिए 10 साल और $12 मिलियन खर्च करके जीरो ग्रेविटी में चलने वाला पेन बनाया, जिसके नो डाउट अपने फायदे थे. बट एट द सेम टाइम रशिया थॉट इफेक्टिवली एंड यूज पेंसिल्स इन स्पेस.
एंड कुशा, इफ यू रिमेम्बर, जब हमने सर्वे किया था तो उसमें हमने लोगों से ये भी पूछा था दैट व्हाट क्वालिटीज दे हैव लर्न थ्रू एडवर्सिटी, who had motivated them to get up from downhill, what personal qualities have helped them to deal with the challenges, etc., etc. And considering that, many of them have answered, they have many qualities. Like majority have answered self-belief, and other is perseverance, resilience, flexible, compassionate, more gratefulness, and accepting challenges as opportunity.
Correct, Shikha. And if we head towards the downhill, there are many individuals to support us. For example, majority has said that they have 34% said that they have their parents to support them in the downhill. 22% said that they heal from motivational thoughts, or 28% said that they get healed from music.
Not only that, Nirmal, people have their own traits too, like having a positive mindset, thinking big, believing in self, not restricting. And you can see the percentage over here that 29% believe in self. It's a really a huge thing to discuss because people do not have that much quality to accept themselves. But here we can see that 29% of themselves are believing in it.
Correct, Astha. And if you remember, we had also kept the questions that what learnings they have taken from while they face huge challenges. In that, majority of them, 20% said that they are stronger and more capable, and 19% of them said that they have faced and conquered many challenges in their life, and so on. And some of them had a ability to solve the problems, and they can find happiness in any situation. And they said they had taken many learnings.
Yes. And the next question, we have discussed about how they come back, like build back better. So we can see that the highest is believing in self. So people believe in self that yes, they can fight to the situation and make themselves clear that yes, they can come back strongly as compared to I'm worthy, I'm unstoppable, I can handle everything. The people believe in self is really a motivating thing.
Correct. And what's more, that we have many solutions for a single problem. It is the way that we opt for that solution. I would explain that with a concept of possibility finder through an activity. आई थिंक मोस्ट ऑफ अस आर फेमिलियर विद द चेस. जैसे कि यहाँ विजिबल है कि ब्लैक के किंग को चेक मिला है, तो ऑब्वियसली वो अपने नेक्स्ट मूव में अपने किंग को सेव करेगा. सो हाउ कैन वी मेक द किंग सेफ? वी कैन आइदर मूव द किंग ऑन टू साइड्स और वी कैन टेक द हेल्प ऑफ क्वीन, बिशप और नाइट. सो जैसे कि हम यहाँ दे सकते हैं, हमारे पास टोटल 5 पॉसिबिलिटीज है टू सेव अवर किंग. वैसे ही हमारे रियल लाइफ में भी कोई भी प्रॉब्लम की बहुत सारी सॉल्यूशंस की पॉसिबिलिटीज होती है. वी जस्ट नीड टू कीप काम, think about all the possibilities and choose the best one among them to bounce back.
निर्मल, तुम्हारी इस एक्टिविटी से मुझे भी एक कमाल की स्टोरी याद आई जो बिल्ड बैक बेटर को बहुत अच्छे से जस्टिफाई करती है. द स्टोरी इज अबाउट यशवंत सिंधिया, द रियल इकबाल. उनकी लाइफ में बहुत चैलेंजेस थे. वो सुन और बोल नहीं सकते थे. ही वॉज डिफरेंटली एबल्ड. उनके क्रिकेट खेलने से भी उनके फादर नाखुश थे. स्टिल ही सर्वाइव्ड इन द गेम. ही ट्राइड एंड ट्राइड और उनकी असफलता आज हमारे सामने है. उन्होंने अपने करियर में कई मैचेस खेले और उनका वो लॉन्गेस्ट 6 जिसमें बॉल वाज बिलीव्ड टू बी लैंडेड इन अरेबियन सी एंड हिज रिकॉर्ड्स वाज रिकॉग्नाइज्ड इन द लिम्का बुक ऑफ रिकॉर्ड्स. उनको अर्जुन अवार्ड से भी सम्मानित किया गया था. सो वी कंक्लूड दैट जिस इंसान की लाइफ में इतने चैलेंजेस थे, फिर भी he never complained and never gave up, and he was finally recognized for his excellence in cricket field despite being differently able.
अब तुम लोग इतना कुछ बोल रहे हो ना, तो मुझे भी 2 लाइनें बोलनी है. शाम सूरज को ढलना सिखाती है, शाम सूरज को ढलना सिखाती है, शम्मा परवाने को जलना सिखाती है, गिरने वाले को ही होती है तकलीफ, पर उठकर ही इंसान को चलना सिखाती है.
बस, I guess the way you all have justified the concept of build back better, the way you have incorporated stories, activities, and quotes, etc., has really made me realize that there's no stopping. I myself would be the person who will pause my own growth with reasons, vanquish, quitting, abandoning, etc. And I have realized that जो मंजिलों को पाने की चाहत रखते हैं, वो समंदरों पर भी पत्थरों के पुल बना देते हैं.
ओहो, ये तो मोमेंट है. फाइनली कुशा ने हमारे किसी चीज पे तो अग्री किया. इसी बात पे मुझे कुछ पंक्तियां याद आ रही है. अगर आपको भी याद हो तो प्लीज ज्वाइन मी. लहरों से डरकर नौका पार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती.
नन्ही चींटी जब दाना लेकर चलती है, चढ़ती दीवारों पर 100 बार फिसलती है.
मन का विश्वास रगों में भरता है साहस, चढ़कर गिरना गिरकर चढ़ना ना करता है.
आखिर उसकी मेहनत बेकार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती.
Thank
So,
you.
Thank
to the
you.
jury and to all the individuals, the team has not done yet. Now it's time for the climax, some kind of fun and relaxing moments, because they have been working on this particular presentation, report, survey, and a number of things for the last 24 days to 20 days. And it is important to this reliefify everything that what they have been conquering, have been trying to conquer in this particular last 25 days. So I would request each and every individual to just share your prospect with this particular journey, what they felt and what they have to say about it. By commencing with you, Astha, please proceed.
Thank you, Siddhant sir. First of all, thanks to you definitely. And second thanks will be Anon Foundation that giving the opportunity to discuss right now, and obviously Shami ma'am for guiding us a lot. And yeah, in the interview session, Shami ma'am asked me, Astha, do you know what is a life skill is? And I was blank. No, ma'am. But now if anybody will ask to me what you learned and what is life skill is, I might be give the answer definitely by the complete boldness. Yeah, I know life skill about it. And thanks to this team and Anon once again. And now I will like to call Kusha to say the same to the team again.
आई एम वेरी हैप्पी कि मैंने ये डिसीजन लिया एनएन में पार्टिसिपेट करने का। मैंने कभी सोचा भी नहीं था कि इंटर्नशिप इतनी फन और फुल ऑफ लर्निंग हो सकती है, क्योंकि ऑनलाइन इंटर्नशिप कभी इतनी फन नहीं हो पाई है। एंड रियली आई वुड लाइक टू थैंक आवर मेंटर सिद्धांत प्रधान एंड आवर टीम ऑफ ओवर टू यू।
एक्चुअली पूरा लास्ट ईयर मेरा गेट के प्रिपरेशन में गया था और प्रिसाइसली जनवरी वाज वेरी स्ट्रेसफुल फॉर मी, और जस्ट आफ्टर दैट दिस इंटर्नशिप स्टार्टेड एंड इट वाज एक्चुअली वेरी डिफिकल्ट एंड फार फ्रॉम द टेक्निकलिटी। इट वाज फन, मजा आया। और शुरुआत की वी स्टार्टेड विद कलेक्टिंग सर्वे क्वेश्चंस एंड रिस्पॉन्सेज कलेक्ट करना, लोगों से इंटरेक्ट करना, टीम वर्क, प्रेजेंटेशन, मूवी रिपोर्ट एंड सो ऑन। और कभी भी कहीं भी अटक जाओ तो पूरी टीम साथ थी। और वी नो दैट सिद्धांत सर इज ऑलवेज देयर, शमी मैम वाज देयर। एक्चुअली मुझे यकीन ही नहीं हो रहा था कि अभी तो फरवरी स्टार्ट हुआ था एंड टुडे इज 24th February। आई हैव लर्नड अ लॉट अबाउट लाइफ स्किल्स, प्रिसाइजली इंटरेक्टिंग विद पीपल। और मतलब रही जीतने की बात, तो हमने स्टार्टिंग से ही सब टास्क में पार्टिसिपेट किया है, कंप्लीट किया है। वी हैव ट्राइड आवर लेवल बेस्ट, सो फॉर मी दिस इज द रियल विक्ट्री। एंड so thank you so much Siddhant sir, thank you so much team, thank you Sami ma'am, and thank you team Anon for believing in me and giving me this golden opportunity. Thank you.
मेरी बारी आती है। आई थिंक ये 24 दिन बेस्ट डेज बीते हैं आफ्टर लॉकडाउन। मैंने बहुत 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 अच्छे दोस्त बनाए हैं एंड थैंक्स टू सर, सिद्धांत सर, शमी मैम, एंड थैंक यू, दिल से थैंक यू अनन को ये अपॉर्चुनिटी देने के लिए। आई थिंक बेस्ट डे हैं। और ये हमारे जो मीटिंग्स होते थे तो बीच में गेम्स हम लोग खेलते थे, इतना फन हमेशा और सच बोलूँ तो ये सारे औसम हैं। और अगर मौका मिले आगे तो साथ में जरूर बताना चाहेंगे, काम करना चाहेंगे। और एक चीज़ तो और थी कि मेरा था हम पहले इंटरेक्ट नहीं करते थे, तो आई थिंक इसके बाद वो चीज़ मैंने अनलॉक कर दी है। तो थैंक यू एन टीम, थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू शमी मैम एंड गाइस।
So finally we are into the conclusion stage, and I would just say that we are going to miss each and everything we have done in this particular last 24. And in the end, I would just conclude with this line that this is not a goodbye, it's just a farewell, and many more miles to go, guys. So thank you so much, Judy. Thank you so much, team. And this is how we conclude our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, team. That was so amazing and relatable and well presented. So now I would like to request Renu ma'am to share her perception of the presentation and proceed to the question and answer session.
Oh, so I have to begin. Okay. First of all, I want to congratulate all of you. It was like a breath of fresh air. The way the presentation was done. I want to specifically tell you what I liked about the presentation by the team. Number one, it was bilingual. That is a very good thing. Number two, you brought in Indian perspective. You brought in Upanishad, you brought in Lord Krishna and Karan ka jo aapas mein jo conversation hua. So I love the way that you've brought in the Indian context, because usually, you know, people fall upon Western concepts और Indian को तो बिल्कुल ही ignore कर देते हैं। तो हमारा देश एकदम फर्क है, and I'm so happy that you brought in that. And finally, I loved the end part where you're showing behind the scenes and that final comments and all. So as I said, it was very refreshing. And I really think that you have applied, you've given examples, अपने examples भी आप लोगों ने दिए, तो वो बहुत अच्छा लगा हमको. The only, but now it's also my job to also tell you or ask you questions. Okay. So one question that I wanted to ask you, because I'm absolutely not clear about that. You talked about a survey. I think one of you, Shikha, said, or one of you said, हमारे कॉलेज में सर्वे हुआ था. ये कौन से कॉलेज में सर्वे हुआ था? ये आपकी टीम ने सर्वे करा था? कौन सा सर्वे था? What was it about?
या मैम ये हमारी टीम का सर्वे था, बट हमने इसे रिलेट ऐसे किया है कि हम कॉलेज के स्टूडेंट्स हैं और हमने हमारे कॉलेज में ऐसा सर्वे हुआ है.
क्योंकि I want to just tell you that I'm being very practical now, okay? That in the evaluation performer that we have got, there's something like data collection. So of course you've collected data in terms of, you've collected a lot of information, but I was not clear क्योंकि whoever presented that said, हमारे college में एक survey हुआ था. So I didn't know whether you people have done it. Moreover, whenever there's a survey, I would like to know the items that were included there. What all did you ask? And so that was a very, very sketchily done, in my opinion. I wish there was more information given about, and you took many age groups also?
Yes, ma'am.
क्या age groups थे आपके?
Ma'am, 13 to 18 and 21 to 30 and 31 to 40, like 15 to 50 were participated.
So
we concluded to 15 to 50. Yes,
okay, 15 to 50. Now you can imagine जो 15-year-old होते हैं, they have 15 to say 21 or something, college years and high school and college years, the different issues, right? Which can be termed as failures or setbacks or whatever. And then middle age में, when you're about to get married, family issues, and जैसे आपने एक दो examples लिए थे, you took an example of a breaking of relationship. But I wish you had also taken examples from other age groups also, right? Because if you're taking a survey, आप लोगों ने किया था, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you agree with me that you should have taken more examples of setbacks from other age groups? And it was not very clear to me, unfortunately, because मुझे समझ नहीं आया कि आप किसके setback के बारे में, because I felt it was more about your age group, about college students, right? Am I right? जो examples, of course, जो आपने कर्ण और उनके दिए थे वो तो text में से हमारे Hindu mythology में से है. So I would like your opinion, your response to this.
Ma'am, we just selected the.
Excuse me, there seems to be some very, throughout the presentation, कुछ background noise. I think किसी का कुछ बच्चे या कुछ पीछे बहुत noise level है. I don't know, somebody's mic. आप लोगों को भी सुनाई दे रहा है? Sure. Okay, doesn't matter. Please answer my question.
I mean, being a mentor, I just wanted to clarify.
हाँ जी, बताइए.
Yeah, number one, that the survey was totally conducted by those guys, and considering that it
by
was
these
a
guys.
whole, yeah, I
these
mean,
guys.
We as a team,
okay,
it was done by us. We just wanted to showcase in a role play mode, because as you know that many individuals are from different states, like from UP,
yeah, correct,
Bihar, and everyone. Fine. So we just wanted to give it a role play presentation where every individual is from one city or one college kind of thing. That's why you have heard that in our college a survey was conducted. And second thing, we accumulated youth part, because out of 400 plus responses we got, the majority was from youth. I mean, about 300 or something was youth response, like aging from 18 to 25 or 24. That's yeah.
So
30.
what was the total? What was the total sample?
406.
406. उनमें से 50% were youngsters.
More than 50.
Okay. Yeah, but do you agree that the other age groups could have been also talked about? उनका भी role play आपने किया ना, कृष्ण और करण का किया, तो वो भी आप role play कर सकते थे. Your presentation was excellent. I'm only a little bothered about data collection, because उसकी details मुझे data analysis और data collection के details थोड़े कम दिखे. Otherwise, the presentation was brilliant. And I love the way you have incorporated the findings in your own lives, and you have benefited. So very huge congratulations to you all. Just since this is internship, you are learning, you are students, you are learning. So perhaps it would be better to give us the points that you asked in the survey, and age related also. But brilliant presentation. Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Sanam ma'am, if you could please share your review regarding the presentation and if there is any question you would like to ask to our interns.
Yes, I would love to. And in fact, I would like to begin with the fact that it's very hard not to smile when I look at this team, which again, as Dr. Renu, said that it was like a breath of fresh air because it was such a pleasant demeanor with all of you, whether it was the interns or even the mentor. I can see all of you smiling, so personable, so immediately you got my attention. So that I feel is something that you must keep with you wherever you go. After the internship, wherever you go, start whatever you're doing with this energy. Okay, so keep that positivity with you. All the things that you were really talking about in your presentation, I could see that manifestation in you. You were positive. You had obviously sorted out a lot of your issues and you were moving forward with strategies. It was almost as though you had mastered your subject, and that's why there was such a ease delivering your presentation. So I must appreciate that. I think you all have worked very hard and worked well as a team. I have a question. Who made the PPT? I want to know.
It was a collaborative effort of every individual.
Because I enjoyed it. I'm a Microsoft specialist, and I must say it was about the small things, the little animations, the little details. And maybe because I'm a primary teacher, I don't know, I am drawn immediately to those little eye-catching little pictures and things that were very relevant to the header. So I want to again really say well done on that front, because half the battle is won if what you see is attractive. So that was also there, coupled with your confidence. It came out to be a very well-rounded presentation. I also thought that it was quite maturely delivered. The role play was very effortless also. Kusha was just struggling her way through life and she made it out in the end, and it was, yes, so Kusha, good job. And the whole thing was well orchestrated and it had a flow, which is again another thing that we do have to evaluate. So from beginning to end, you all maintained that flow. It was back and forth conversation. So I again enjoyed that. All the strategies you provided were doable. If you were to provide this to anybody, I feel everything was something that every individual can think about doing. There was nothing there that said, you have to reach for the sky and have these big dreams. And, there was nothing gung-ho about the presentation, but it stuck to what it was supposed to do. And I enjoyed that. Now, and of course, the fun finish. I will not forget the fun finish. That was really nice. So again, not to harp on the statistics and data collection point of view, but I did also have a question like Dr. Renu. I must say I like the terms that you gave to the survey, like a learner. Somebody could say out of adversity I became a learner, or I like the little terms that you coined there, a warrior. But I also want to know, in the survey, did you give people a chance to say that they did not gain from adversity? Because in a survey, if I have 5 choices and all 5 are I am a learner, I am a warrior, I am this, I am that, did you anyway allow the person who was taking the survey to say, no, none of the above, or I didn't gain anything and I'm depressed? Or, I mean, was there any negative option that a person could perhaps tick if they didn't feel that way?
Yes, ma'am. We included option which was accepting your failure.
But what if I don't accept my failure? I'm angry at life. Was that option there for the person who's angry at the failure? That data I felt was missing. I did not see, the vast not majority, but a large chunk of people who are struggling with adversity and perhaps don't have the kind of outlook that you're saying. So was that option, other than accepting failure, was there an option where a person could say, not happening for me?
Yes, ma'am. There was an option others, but after the result we got, the people answered others was less than 1%. So I didn't kept in the chart.
Okay, fair enough. So I think my piece of advice going forward is always keep that less than 1% also there, because it adds that realistic touch to your statistics. Everything is not always rosy in life, right? Everybody's not always going to move forward positively and things. And it would have been more reassuring for me looking at your statistics to know that yes, you also are accepting the point of view of the people who are struggling. See, so going forward, please do include all of the information that you do gather, because we cannot pick and choose according to what suits us, right? So that's one piece of advice that I had. And I also wanted to ask one more question if we do have the time. You did mention as a team that working smart, not hard, is something that's important. And I believe in this 100%, and I'm still working on doing it. Can any of you give me one example during this internship where you have worked smart but not hard? Anyone?
Ma'am, like making a script, we don't have to write it on a pen or paper or taking example from this and that. We just did it on the docs, and we typed whatever our part was, and just editing it, doing it again and again, editing it without using pen and paper, writing it and cutting it. It was more relevant to use docs. So yeah, it is a kind of that work hard, not smart. Yeah.
I agree with you. That's a way of sharing a workload, which is again working smart and not hard.
Yeah.
Agreed. Anything else?
And I add in a little bit. I was also going to point out what Sanam ma'am has said, that working hard has no replacement, unfortunately, because you all have worked hard. Okay. Working smart is only one technique, okay, that you did not use pen and paper and you just got things from the net or online, but you did work hard. So you need to do both, work hard and work smart. You understand?
Yes, I always feel always own your hard work also, because see, you
own
are
your hard work.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're being smart in the way you manage your time. Yes, you're being smart in the way that you're working. But I do believe that you all did work hard, and I can see. So own it. And yes, I'm happy with today's presentation. It was a lovely presentation. So from my side, that's all. Thank you.
I have another point to make, which I forgot while I was speaking. I heard someone, or in your presentation, you said, after a breakup, go see a psychiatrist. You don't need to see a psychiatrist. You should be aware of the difference between psychiatrist and counselor and psychotherapist, clinical psychologist. Psychiatrist is a medical doctor who gives medicines. Okay, so please be very careful when you use these terms. Psychiatrist ke paas agar breakup hua boyfriend se, you don't need a psychiatrist, you need a psychiatrist only if you're clinically depressed and you're not able to eat or sleep, or you have gone to that extent that you're maybe suicidal, you're about to take your life. Only then, so you don't go to a psychiatrist for just help in these areas. Either one is mentally ill, so just be a little careful. But on the whole, the effort was awesome, and your presentation was amazing. But next time I would request if the survey items could also be included, so that we know कि आप क्या पूछ रहे हैं लोगों से, और हर एज ग्रुप ने या मेल्स ने क्या जवाब दिया. I mean, it's endless. You only had 3 weeks, so I can totally understand that there was lack of time, but on the whole, it was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Your words have a deep and lasting impact, and we are extremely grateful for that. To conclude this session, I would once again extend my heartfelt gratitude to our jury members, mentor, for this delightful evening, and for parting with your valuable time for making the session a fruitful one. At last, I would like to thank the entire Anon team who worked relentlessly behind the scenes to make this latest installment of Anon internship the success that it is. I hope that we can soon host such positive session in person. Until then, we all hope that we stay safe, happy, and healthy. This is Arpita, your moderator for the day, signing off. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wonderful
Thank you.
presentation.